Posture and walking technique are two interrelated functions of our body, meaning you can't have proper walking technique if you don't have good posture, and you can't have good posture if you don't have good walking technique. That is because posture and walking technique are coming from the same place, how we use our core. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips to help you work on your posture and alignment, which is also going to translate into better walking technique. This is going to help you move more fluidly, more confidently, and with lower impact on your joints. At the end of the video, I'm also going to provide an exercise that I think really can bring it all home to you and improve your posture and your walking. Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Todd Martin with The Walking Code. Let's go ahead and get started. The 5 tips that I'm going to talk about are related to 5 specific areas of the body that are critical for proper posture and walking technique. Our head, our shoulders, our chest, our pelvis, and our foot position. I'm going to begin with the head, but before I do, I want you to understand that all 5 of these areas are interconnected and have to work in coordination with one another for proper posture and walking technique. We can't try to fix one of these areas in isolation if we really want to move better. But let's go ahead and start with the head. When we think about the head, we should be thinking about elongation of the head upwards, as if we were taking a string tied to the crown of the head, floating upwards as if attached to a helium balloon, elongating the neck from the base of the skull all the way down. As the head elongates upwards, the chin should come back and the eyes should be gazing forward. If you want to do a test of your head posture, stand up against a wall with your heels about 3 to 4 inches away from the wall. You should be able to have your pelvis, your shoulders, and your head all in contact with the wall at the same time if you have proper vertical alignment and head posture. If you can't bring your head into contact with the wall, it means you may have forward head posture, which is the head being held forward of the spine, which can occur due to a variety of different posture and walking technique problems. Research does show that forward head posture can be a critical cause of neck pain. So it's important to get your head elongated and in line with your spine. The muscles in the neck should be relaxed when we are standing normally. That doesn't mean you can't do exercises pulling your chin back like this, trying to strengthen the muscles to improve your posture. But when we're standing normally, our head should be elongated upwards, and that should be the source of the backwards movement of the neck, not pulling the neck backwards like this. Now let's look at the shoulders. Our shoulders are also a key part of our posture. And there's a couple of different things that are going on with the shoulders that are going to relate to forward head posture and also to another problem I'm going to address, which is duck foot walking. The shoulders should be in a neutral position. My palms of the hands should be facing the outside of my thighs if I'm standing with normal posture. If your palms are rolled either partially or completely backwards, that indicates that your shoulders are internally rotated. This is internal rotation. Turn your thumbs across your body. That is internal rotation of the shoulders, and that is going to rotate the greater tuberosity of your humerus, or the bump on the top of your upper arm bone, underneath the shoulder bone, and put your rotator cuff tendons in a position where they are potentially going to get pinched, or what we call shoulder impingement. There are several different things that go on with posture that cause this internal rotation of the arms. And one of them is going to be slouching. When we slouch, meaning we're taking our chest and dropping it backwards, this is going to cause the palms to roll back. And I'm going to go from normal position here, and I'm going to go into a slouch, and my palms automatically go backwards as I do that. You can see the chest go from this neutral position into a sunken position, and my pelvis moves forward as that happens, and my shoulders roll or rotate inwards as a natural part of that connection between our shoulders and the rest of the core. Now let's talk about the chest, because the chest and the shoulders are related, and it's often difficult to get the shoulders into the right position using the right muscles, because it's common to think that we should get the shoulders into the right position just by pulling them back. But you can see my palms, which are rotated backwards in this slouching position. I can pull my shoulders back and they're still internally rotated and my palms are still in the wrong position. We have to create a feeling of outward rotation from the chest and from our waist to get the shoulders into the right position. So it's not simply pulling the scapula back that we might think of with military posture. The chest should be relaxed, just like the head should be relaxed, elongated upwards. We're not pulling back with our neck. We also should not be pulling back with the shoulder blades. Again, that doesn't mean you can't do exercises pulling the shoulder blades back to make sure that your upper back muscles are strong, but in a relaxed, neutral posture, we should not feel a backwards rotation or backwards pulling from the scapula. It should be relaxed. The chest should be in a neutral position, not caved in this way and not pushed out this way. Nice, neutral, relaxed chest. When we have a neutral and relaxed chest, we should be able to bring our arms up with the palms facing us and rotate from side to side around the axis of your spine as if you're reaching out with one hand and then the other hand. And feel the ability to elongate your arms in front of you. If you have your shoulder blades pulled back this way, it's going to give you the Tyrannosaurus arms and you're not going to have very good reach because you have rounded your chest and hollowed your back. Instead of what is one of the essential Tai Chi principles, which is relax the chest, hollow the chest, and round the back. That allows us to have free motion and range, reach with the arms in front of us with a relaxed chest posture. Now let's look at our pelvis. Our pelvis should be in a neutral position, not tilted forward or back. A posteriorly rotated pelvis looks like this, where the pelvis overtucks underneath and it's associated with the chest hollowing out and sinking back, because all of the elements of our body coordinate. If I pop my shoulders out this way, I have to pop my hips out that way to keep normal balance. Otherwise, I would just fall over sideways. Likewise, if we tilt the pelvis backwards, we have to compensate by dropping the chest in this way. Otherwise, we're going to end up falling forward. The other problem with the pelvis is an anterior pelvis tilt, where the pelvis tilts forward here, and that's often associated with an exaggerated arch in the lumbar spine and shoulders, scapulas pulled back. Remember, I mentioned earlier, we shouldn't be pulling back with the scapula. When we're pulled back with the scapula, that tends to go along with the pelvis going forward and compensated by the scapulas pulling back. So it looks like I have vertical posture there, but I have an exaggerated arch and tension in my lower back and in my upper back that can lead to chronic pain. The final area of the body I'm going to talk about is the feet. When we have good posture and proper walking technique, the feet should be facing straight forward in the direction that we are traveling. This is critical for both proper walking technique and proper posture. So many people stand and walk with their feet turned out, which we refer to as duck feet or out-toeing, and are unaware of the effect that it has on the posture. But if you have this foot position yourself, what you'll notice almost invariably is that if you stand that way, your palms are going to be facing backwards. They're not going to be facing the side of your thighs, and that is because the positioning of your feet affects the positioning of your pelvis and your waist and how it engages with your shoulders and throws everything off. So just this simple fact of turning your feet out when you stand or walk is going to turn your arms and your shoulders inwards, internally rotating the shoulder into incorrect position that can cause shoulder tendon impingement. So if you want to fix your shoulder posture, you have to get your feet aligned in a forward-facing position. Now that can be easier said than done. I have a lot of videos on duck foot walking to try to help you with that, but I think it is a valuable thing for you to attempt if you're having postural and gait issues. Now for the exercise, what we're going to do is place the towel back behind the head, and we're going to keep the chin down, head elevated, and then now we're going to march slowly away from the wall. So we try to have an elongated posture, so it's tilted, but I should try to have alignment in one line like a plank of my chest, my waist, and my pelvis, and my legs. Now we're going to see that we have engagement of our neck muscles pulling backwards, but we also have engagement of our upper waist muscles and our lower waist muscles and our hip actions to try to keep the proper alignment. You'll also notice that the palms should be facing the side of your thighs when you're in this position. It's almost like a reverse plank action that's going to help engage all the elements of your core to create proper alignment of the spine. If you do that exercise, I think it's going to really help bring it all together, get you better aligned with better posture, and that's going to help your walking technique in the long run and help you reduce the impact on your joints. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. You can also click on the join button and become a member, or click on the super thanks button and offer a donation. I also recommend everybody go to my website, which is linked in the description section, and sign up for the email list so you can be one of the first people notified when my new walking technique course comes out. Have a great day.